Hello and welcome back to some Banished. It's been a little while since I've been in here. Well, since I've been recording in here. I've been building in here. You can see that I got my tools back up, which is awesome. Still having a let's slow time down here. Still having a problem with firewood. Still having a problem with food. Our food has dropped. Oh, I don't know, 40,000. So I'm trying to get that stabilized. I've put in a huge new pasture over here. Um, Obviously, it's still filling up, so we're not getting any food from it. But I did put down a new field, and I don't remember if these were in last time, but they're in now, and seem to be. I don't know. I don't know if they're helping yet or not. We'll see in the fall, I guess. Um, Down here, I put in a little fisherman's village because fish is a good way to get food. It looks like we're still dropping though, which is horrible. But I put 4 fishermen over here. Hopefully they'll kind of help curve the problem. Oh, down here. So down here is the fort that I said I was going to start building. I have started putting up the walls, the palisade walls. And you cross the bridge. We got the Noble Bridge over here. We got the Service Bridge on this side. The people hauling. The nobles don't want to walk down the same road that the wheelbarrows are going down. And, all the people running back and forth trying to get things hauled. The nobles don't want to have to deal with it, so they get their own bridge. Okay. I thought that corner was paused. The way that pause button was sitting there confused me. But yeah, so I started putting up the walls here, and they look really cool. I got, the 2 towers standing next to the entrance, so, we can halt. Who goes there? And we got the cannons, so, if you try to storm the fort via the bridge over here, you're going to get your face blown off by a cannon. Same with if you're going to try a water attack. Maybe, you might have a little more leverage trying to do that, but going head on, we got the cannons and the towers. I'm sure our people are going to have muskets up there. They need 1 billion muskets for all this fort stuff, so I assume they're going to be using them somewhere. Now, you see this one wall here. What I ended up doing, because there is a bit of a hill, it's kind of hard to see at this angle, but you can see it better here. There's a hill here, right on the other side of this house. So I brought the wall down like 3 spaces maybe, and then we just basically boxed out around this hill and went back towards the creek over this way. They got a few supplied over here. And we just brought it back down to the edge of this mountain over here. So I didn't do like a full connected wall. It just goes into the mountain. If they're gonna attack us from the south anyway, they got the high ground, so there's not much we'd be able to do about it anyway. Same with over here. This just goes all the way over, and I don't think I connected it to the mountain yet because I was waiting for them to cut down these trees, because it's a little hard to build these walls proper when you got trees in the way. I've upgraded one of my smithies here, and he's making muskets, and this one's about to get upgraded. I figured since we got our tools kind of back up, we can afford to upgrade some of our blacksmiths. Oh, that firewood. We got the laborers. I just need. Okay, been playing too many games. I'm forgetting where things are at. Here we go, a large one. I don't know if it makes more firewood, but it just feels better because it's bigger for whatever reason. I put like 1 billion of them over here. Let's put a new one. Let's put a new one up here. I don't even know if they have one up here. So yeah, we definitely need one up here for these people. Where can I put it in at? Oh, there's one across that bridge, but I think we need one over here proper. We'll put it right in front of this grain silo. So right in there, and let's make that a priority, please. So yeah, our food is definitely still dropping. And we're on speed 1, and it's dropped about 1,000. So, oh my gosh, we're gonna starve our people out. I can see it already. And you know what? We are going to raise this. I know I don't want to do factory farming on my own personal farm, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We need all the food we can get. And you know what? We're gonna put in some more fishermen people. Maybe some gatherers. In the early game, gathering gets so much food. I'm not sure how great it is later in the game, but it seems like a lot of food. We'll tuck it in over here by the foresters. And, okay, 14 out of 14 woodmen, so got all the places filled. They just aren't chopping quick enough. And, I mean, we do have close... I mean, technically with the children and the students, we have way over 400 people. But we're about to break 400 adults. Educated adults, that is. Alright, let's speed it up just a tad here. Just wanted to kind of show you guys where I was. This fort stuff is amazing. I don't know. I don't think I was giving it a fair kind of run for the money here by not ever building with it before. I've had it for a long time. I just never built with it. And it looks really cool. Like, I'm excited to get this place all fenced in and get some of the military stuff in here. I think a lot of it is decoration, but I don't know. Like, I'm assuming the uniform maker makes some type of clothes that we can use. The barracks, like, is the barracks a housing unit? I'm not really, I have no idea. The quartermaster I know makes boxes. It's a kind of resource maker, because you need the boxes to build the work camp and, you know, the blockhouse. A vital strategic point. It should generate a small income of guilders and the silver by taxpayers. Okay, so you get, like, silver stuff. Not the most exciting building. A work camp, I know that. The parade ground, I think I'm going to build just because it looks cool. And I think we need one kind of smack dab in the middle of our fort here. We're going to have, you know, the best blacksmiths down here. Our military needs the best weapons. I want more people living down here, but obviously we cannot afford to feed more citizens. So I'm kind of letting our baby numbers die down a little bit. We were up in the 70s. We're dropping ever so slowly. I'm just hoping that our reserves of food last long enough until our kind of baby boomers die off. Like, for a while there, it was like our baby numbers were up in the 80s. It was crazy. I put down way too many houses. That's the way Banished goes. You know, you get it all balanced, and then you mess it up somehow, and then you got to get it rebalanced. That's kind of, you know, the gameplay. I wanted to put a field of flowers or, you know, some kind of decorative plants in this triangle. And I think I'm going to leave this triangle open. You know, that's where people can have a picnic or play ball or, you know, do something over there in the open field. What else do we have for quick, easy food? Oh, the hunting blinds. Those would be great. I have yet to build these, and I wanted to build them in my, like, very first video, and I just never got around to it for whatever point. Where would blinds be? You kind of want them away from people. We're going to be moving up there. How about right over here along the river? Look, the deer congregate over here. If the deer aren't scared over here, then, you know, the ducks shouldn't be too scared either. So we will put one there. One there. Let's put... Ooh, let me put one more. There we go. So we'll put 4 down. Like, look how fast this is dropping. And we're only at 2 speed. So, I don't know. I'm getting pretty scared here. Firewood is coming back up, but we are just in spring. Where did I put that other one? Over here next to the grain silo. Alright, so it's just got to be built. They got it all supplied up. So I'm currently waiting on a phone call to bring someone's computer into the computer shop because Fallout 4 won't work on their computer. And I think I've got it narrowed down to it's a problem with DirectX, mostly because that's what it said the problem was. But when he downloaded it on Steam, and when you like click play, it opens up like the little box that says play settings, whatever, and you press play, it does nothing. It like the screen blinks and then it just does nothing. So I kind of read troubleshooting on the internet, and it said to go into the file, right click the launcher, and press run as administrator. I did that, and then you get an error that says DirectX has encountered a problem. You're missing such and it's like xd3d audio file.dll. So I went and manually downloaded the file that it said that he was missing and tried it again, running as administrator. And then it said we were missing a different .dll file. So I went and found that one and downloaded it and put it where it's supposed to go. And now Fallout 4 will open. Like, you'll press play and it'll open, and the opening cinematic makes noise. Like, you can hear it, like the special video or whatever it plays. But then you get into the actual game, and there's no game audio. There's no music audio. There's no dialogue audio. There's nothing. And I don't know. I've troubleshooted it and read and read and read on the internet, and I can't figure out what's wrong. So we're supposed to be taking it into the computer shop today. I need a wood chopper. That's what I was waiting on. Now let's get the gatherer's hut up, please. So I was supposed to get that taken in there today. And I asked them what they're going to do. They said they're going to run a diagnostic software. So I don't know. I ran the DirectX, like, I don't know, it's some kind of software that like is supposed to tell you if there's something wrong. It says everything's fine. Clearly it's not, because there's no game audio. So I'm hoping it's not just a waste of time. But I mean, if they see that there's no audio in the game, like obviously they're gonna know something's wrong, right? I feel like I need to put some more stuff in here. Maybe like a small tree? I want a more... There we go. I don't know about a maple, but, you know, something like that. There we go. Just one of those. I think I have some of that fruit sitting around. Maybe not. I might have to buy some. What are you out of? Furnace fuel. That's where all our firewood is going. I have a suspicion. Sand, coal, coal. No, see, I actually moved our furnace fuels all over to coal. I think it's just our population is eating them. Eating the firewood so quick, because this one is also coal. How are we doing on coal, actually? Ooh, it's starting to dwindle here. Can't put more people on mining, though. Let's just put a couple on mining. Some are going to spill over into the iron place. That's not a horrid thing to happen. Let's bring it down a couple, though. I'd rather have more on coal. We actually were running out of iron earlier when I was playing. I don't remember if I recorded that or not. But I was like panicking, putting down all the blacksmiths, and I was like, noticed that my coal was gone. So, or not my coal, my iron was gone, and it's like, okay, I can put down, 500 blacksmiths, but with no iron, they're not going to do very much good. Ooh, we're continuing to drop. Oh, we got some muskets going. Tools are still climbing. Got a couple people living down here. They were all really young couples when they first moved in, and now they're in their almost 70s. Same here. These two are still pretty young. I think they could have a child if they really wanted to. Probably not going to happen, though. food crisis is getting a little scary. Did they get the gatherer's hut up? They did. No, here it is. They did. And let's put some more gatherers on. GGG. I have contacts in right now, and for whatever reason, I am having trouble seeing the screen. I just moved my monitor way closer, so hopefully that'll help. Alright, good harvest, good harvest. We got the whole fields planted this season, so that's good. The yield, though, well, that yield's almost up. That one looks like it was full. This one as well. So that's good. So I guess these size farms take about 6 people to be 100% or, 95% efficient. And I put in this huge magazine because all these little ones kept getting filled up, and it was becoming a pain to having to keep placing them. Okay, we got another farm here. And what should we put in here? We'll do red lettuce and farmer. Bump it up to 93. But yeah, all these little barns kept getting full really quickly. So I just decided to put this magazine over here because this thing holds a ton of supplies. I don't think this one's ever been full. I make the guy make military boxes and they bring it to the farming community. Like, no, don't do that. That's not a good idea. At least not right now. All of our military boxes are going to be used on buildings down here. And of course, they don't have a single one in this barn. Okay, they are building this one over here. Oh, I wanted to make sure I got these hunting blinds up next. Ooh, almost down to 30,000. Not good. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fallout. I was excited about the building, right? The building's a little wonky for sure, and I'm hoping it's like bugs that they're trying to work out. I hope it's not just like, basically when I build, I want to make it feel very atmosphere, I like putting the clutter in. Like if I'm building a house that a settler is going to live in, I want to give it some personality, right? Like that's what I like to do when I build. I like to give it some personality, We got Old Town over here. Old Town has its old Canadian inn, Canadian tavern. We planted the maple trees around it, put the outhouse out back. I like to give it some personality. And in Fallout, it's like when I build someone's house and I give them some clutter, because, people, that's what people do. They collect clutter, they find hobbies, they do whatever. So when you're putting that clutter around their room, it looks fine when you're putting it in there, besides being a huge pain in the neck to try to sit proper. But it takes some time, but you can definitely do it. But then the next time you load in the game, all the clutter's either glitched through the shelves, it's falling off the shelves, or it's just disappeared altogether and nowhere to be found. And I don't know. The crafting items that you actually can craft in the crafting system, those will stay put and those work fine. But it's when you start trying to decorate with random junk that you find in the world that it gets a little weird. And for me, that's like my favorite part, is making the rooms have some personality with, the knickknacks and the clutter. Having clutter in your house is what makes your house a home, right? So I don't know, I was a little disappointed that it's not working proper, and I hope that they're gonna do something about it and not just be like, yeah, well, that's not stuff that you can craft, so it wasn't really intended as being part of the building process. If it comes to be that, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed. But the rest of the game that everybody else cares about is really good. The gunplay is amazing this time around. The story is average to good average. However, the world this time around is really cool. It's very, there's always something new to explore, always something new to see, always someone new to meet. Very cool, very fun if you like exploring, which is my second favorite thing going on in Fallout. Did they get these blinds up? We got one up, and what are they called? Hunters. So yeah, it has been pretty fun. In the old Fallout games, exploring was like my favorite thing to do. Building has been pretty fun so far, other than, the clutter thing. But I'm hoping they're going to fix it. It's a busy part of town over here. I love this part of town. I'd want to live like... Well, if I had to live, I would live on my compound I built over there on that peninsula. But if I was just like an average person living here, I'd want to live probably like at this house. Kind of off the beaten path, back in the back. But not too many neighbors. You have one kind of right there, but... that's your backyard. You don't even have to go over there. Although I do use my backyard a lot at the house I live at, but... Food is still dropping, even after our harvest in the fall. Did I miss winter? Too busy talking about Fallout. Shocking. But I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. We got to look at the fort a little bit. They're getting more of the walls up, as you can see. And... we're trying to curb our food problem. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. It's getting pretty scary. We did put the blinds in and the new gatherer's hut. We need another hunter here. So hopefully maybe we can start curbing that problem, as well as the firewood issue. Looks like it's going up a little bit, but we'll see. And I will see you guys next time. If you like this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you'd like to see some more Banished content. We will be doing more of the fort stuff, and I will see you next time back in Banished.